Day 23. Identify fake news using Naive Bayes. Now, in this particular project, we will be building a fake news detection model using Naive Bayes with a large data set. We'll use the fake news data set from Kaggle. Now, there's a bunch of them available. Pick whichever you like because day and day they're adding more and more of these fake news data sets. Now, this one includes labels for fake and real news articles by calling it real. If the value is 1, it's real. If it's not, it's 0. So that's the one that I picked. Let me show you. I have already added that CSV file here. It has title, news URL, source domain, tweet number, and it says if it's real or not real at the end of it. So this is fake news, this is fake news, this is real news. So that's how you can check. So this is the data set that I've got from Kaggle. Now let's start with the code to write this. So first thing that we need is import the necessary libraries. Now the libraries that we need for this particular project are, first one is pandas, used for data manipulation and creating data frames. Next, I'm going to use the train test split, which splits the data set into training and testing sets, and it's available from sklearn model selection. Next, I'm going to get the TF-IDF vectorizer, which converts text data into numerical features using term, because we, as you looked at the CSV file, it has a lot of text information. I want to convert that or vectorize that, so that's why I'm using that, and it's available in sklearn.featureextraction.text. Next, I'm gonna use the multinomial NB. Now this one is the naive Bayes classifier suitable for text data, and this is available in sklearn naive Bayes. Next, I am going to get the accuracy score and classification report. These are the metrics to evaluate performance, and they are available in sklearn.metrics. So the next step, to load the dataset. Now we've done it time and time over again. To do this, what I'm going to do is, so here I'm also saying that replace the fake news.csv with the actual dataset that you have, if you have anything else, if or is named something different. So df equal to pd read csv fake news. Now this one will load the dataset into data frame df, and here again replace the fake news with the actual path to the dataset file that you have. Now the dataset should have a text column containing news and content, and a label column which with values like fake or real or something similar to this that we have, or you can change it accordingly. So to display the first few rows of the dataset, I'm going to just say df.head just to check it out, then show you guys what I have in a nicer format than what we saw here. Next, we'll define the features and target values. For this one, the features that I'm using is df title, assuming the dataset has a text column for the news content, and that is title for me. So that's why I'm using title here. You can use whatever your dataset says. And then I have a df real, which is the label column, which will talk about if whether the news is real or fake. So instead of having a call label with fake or real, I have my data set as real, and it has the values 1 and 0. So that's my data set. Now next step is to split the data set into training and testing sets for with stratification. So that we can do with train test split x equal to y, text size 0.2, and I'm saying stratify equal to y because it ensures both classes are proportionally represented in the splits, whether it's fake or real news. Next, I'm going to initialize the TF-IDF vectorizer. For this, I'm going to first create a vectorizer variable and say TF-IDF vectorizer stopwords English max df equal to 0.7. Now this converts text data into TF-IDF scores. The stopwords English removes common English stopwords to focus on important words. I don't want and, the, if, all those words. And then max df is 0.7. It ignores words appearing in more than 70% of document, as they are likely too common to be useful. For example, if there are words like news or channel, so those I don't need it because they will be everywhere. Next thing is I want to do the fit transform. What this does is this learns the vocabulary from xtrain and transforms it into TF-IDF vectors. So you can just call vectorizer dot fit transform and give it xtrain. Next step is vectorizer transform xtext. So this converts x underscore test into TF-IDF vectors using the same vocabulary. So I have my train and test data. The next step is to initialize the naive Bayes classifier. To do that, I'm going to say initialize the naive Bayes classifier, and I'll start with the model. I'll say model equal to multinomial NB. Now this initializes the naive Bayes classifier, which is effective for text classification tasks where features like words are multinomially distributed. So that's why we are using this. We'll train this model by calling model.fit and pass it the data sets that we have xtrain and xtrain and ytrain for this particular case. Next is to make the predictions. Now, to make the predictions on the test set, I'll say ypred equal to model.predict and pass it the data set that we have created here, xtest tfidf. So we pass that here. This uses the trained model to classify the articles in the test set xtest tfidf. The predicted labels ypred indicate whether each article is fake or real. Now, finally, to evaluate the model, I am going to call accuracy score and pass ytest ypred. This calculates the accuracy of the model, that is the percentage of correctly classified articles in the test set. Next, I'm going to do classification report, pass it ytest, ypred and zero division equal to 1. What this does is it generates a detailed report including precision, recall and F1 score for each class, whether it's fake or real. The zero division equal to 1 parameter avoids warnings for any labels without true samples by setting the undefined metrics to 1.2. So that will take care of it. Next, I'm going to print the accuracy and then I'll print the classification report. So this will give us a good idea about how good the model is. So I am going to save it here. Go back. Let's make sure we're in the right folder. Perfect. And I'm going to say Python day23.py. Run it, and it will show me my data set over here, where I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 titles that are displayed right now, and they're all real for some reason. I guess the ones that are fake are below. But anyway, the accuracy is 0.821, and the classification report will show you the precision, recall, F1 score, and the support for this. And it has all the information about accuracy for F1 score and support, and macro average and weighted average. Now, if you want to use this model to test a particular news article, you can probably use this model to test it out. Just make up a fake news and then call it and see how it works. Now, again, this was our project to identify fake news using naive Bayes. If you had any questions, let me know and I'll get back to you. Thank you.